very seriously.
As you should. As you should. Why am I getting the side eye?
You're not.
I don't know. It's like you're looking down at me with disappointment.
I'm disappointed I don't see you more often, I guess.
Do y'all know where Acker lives?
Yes.
I need to bug him.
If you call him up, you should be able to bug him because I think he's still around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Every time I call him, he says he's in a dungeon, but it's consensual, and he can get out if he wants.
I think
He's making parts.
I think he secretly likes it there.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so. I think it's become his thing.
He told me that, sometimes I don't believe in the spirit of the law, and as a result, I'm an atheist.
What the?
Yeah, he called me an atheist because sometimes I push the letter of law instead of the spirit.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
But I mean, Acker is a lawyer, so there's always gonna be some pushback.
I'm gonna sub with that.
Here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and hand you the cash here.
Okay.
Is that enough to cover the labor costs?
That's perfect.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Because I called him in the capacity of, as an attorney for somebody. And then we had our little back and forth. And then I had to call him in the capacity of a mechanic. I think he said he hates me.
What? No.
How can anyone hate you?
That's what I'm saying.
But thank you so much.
I did look him square in the face, though, and said, no.
He must have been kidding. He must have been joking. There's no way.
Tell me which house he resides in, where the dungeon is, so I can knock on the door and say hello.
I can't give out that info.
Why not?
Now without his consent. Because
well, then ask him.
Let me call him and see.
Yeah, he should still be around. Oh, and speaking of laws, the law about, or the legislation that went through for vehicles to keep their cars in working order.
Yep.
Officer Rhodes, I would love for you to explain it to me in the sense that it talks about 65%. Is that for every single part? Is that only for the engine of the vehicle?
I'm actually curious myself.
Because maybe I didn't read it well. Maybe I just skimmed it, but I don't think it specifies.
Yeah. No, Acker didn't answer, so he might be taking his union break.
Pretty sure it means it in regards to any part.
That's how I was interpreting
it would have to be any part, because it would not make sense for you to have no brakes, but the remainder of your vehicle being fine, and so on average, technically over 65, but being unable to stop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would think that would be very, very easy to articulate. Now, in saying that, one of the tricky parts is that, for example, this car was not repaired before. Like, this is my own personal car, but it's shared amongst a few officers. This was not repaired solely on the basis that Mosley's was closed at the time that the officer was getting off duty, right? And to wait, 12 hours, however long it is, to get off duty, it's not very practical. So obviously in this case, they drove it, parked it up. I pulled it out today, saw the condition, and now I'm here. If anybody were to be like on the way to a mechanic shop, and it makes sense, to be clear, if I see you driving up to Polito and you're telling me, oh, I was on my way to Mosley's, I'm not going to believe you. Okay. But if I see you on Strawberry heading south in the general direction of Mosley's, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Or if the person tells me, yo, I contacted, so-and-so over at Mosley's, I was actually on the way. I'll give that person a call and ask, oh, so and so told me that they were meeting you somewhere to get something done. I'm just, calling to confirm what that was. 100% I'd give somebody a slap on the wrist and be like, hey, just go get it fixed. Or even follow them, because at the end of the day, a lot of people think that our job is about it, assigning consequence to actions. No. At the end of the day, if I can follow somebody who said they were going to Mosley's, if I can follow them to Mosley's and ensure they're getting their shit fixed, that's all I care about.
Right.
Besides, the actual legislation also gives you guys the opportunity to decide if you're going
Yep.
to fine them or not, I think.
Correct. We do have that discretion.
I mean, you guys probably have it anyway, but it's also written
You're
in
not
the
wrong.
legislation.
So there's actually a few there's a few impoundable offenses.
Window tint.
Yeah, but it's how the thing is worded.
Yeah. 'Cause you
Okay,
gave me a warning
unauthorized
for that
parking
before.
states vehicle is subject to tow. Improper window tint states law enforcement may use discretion to give a verbal warning or written, and vehicle may be impounded. Suspended or revoked license, vehicle is to be state impounded. So that one is pretty much saying there is no discretion. You're operating a motor vehicle on a suspended or revoked license, it's to be impounded.
Let's do this back here.
And then there is
Wait, what are we talking about?
impounds. And let's see. Same thing with operating a motor vehicle without proper identification. So if you have an expired ID, you don't have a physical ID on your person, the legislator, the charge itself does state vehicle is to be impounded by law enforcement. So it's implying that there isn't discretion there if the charge is being pressed. That thing
Yes,
looks
I was
absurd.
curious about that because anytime someone comes in here with any parts below 65%, I remind them that there's a law.
Please do. Because people, I mean, let's be real. People don't check in on legislation. So you guys, as the professionals in this, in this field, should absolutely be focusing on informing people. Number one, their safety, but two, it's just good business practice, right?
Yeah.
People go in for oil changes and come out with a full, your brakes need to be looked at, you need this done, you need that done. Yeah, the oil change is probably not that expensive in the grand scheme of things, but the dealership now has a few sort of avenues to gain revenue, right?
Yeah.
It's I mean, hell, some people may even push oil changes that lose them money, but they're gonna sit there and push
I always
additional
tell
mechanic
people,
work.
routine maintenance, while it might seem like a lot in the moment, it's going to cost you less in the long run.
Yeah,
Because
especially if you
push
plan for it.
farther, yeah, you push it farther, the repair's going to cost more. You might even get fined because the vehicle is not roadworthy. And
You already took it out?
Definitely not wrong.
I mean, I just had someone bring in their tow truck and it caught on fire right outside the door.
This thing right here started smoking twice on its own. I
know
pulled up
whose-
to a bank. It
I
started
know whose
smoking.
tow truck you're talking about.
Don't you
Civilians,
dare say anything, Watt.
civilians started repairing the car randomly. I brought it to Mission Row, started smoking again.
yeah, any longer on this car, and it probably would have caught fire.
But y'all have not seen how bad one of the CVPIs were that needed an engine replacement that I brought. It would not accelerate. Any incline it could not go up.
Oh.
And on flat ground from Mission Road to here, I went from 0 to 25 miles an hour, foot on the floor. But no, it's funny because a lot of people don't actually believe me because they haven't experienced it themselves. But I had the mayor sit in the driver's seat and go, "What the fuck?" So yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it seems that with what some officers have told me with shared vehicles is that they have the problem that when they get off duty, they can't find a mechanic and they leave it there. But yeah, for it to get to that point, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's rough. It's definitely rough. But,
Okay.
listen, I did bicycle patrol. Some people think it was a silent protest. No, that's just me not wanting to incur costs.
Yeah.
But now I have my own car, shared with responsible people. So I'm glad.
Well,
Well, thank you very
and
much.
your
I
vehicle is
appreciate
going to
y'all.
feel much better now that you're driving it.
Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Be safe,
You
guys.
too.
Stay
Have a good day.
safe.
Thank you very much for the repair. I appreciate you.
Welcome, Watt.
See, this would have been a $6,000 repair. Now it was only
fuck that.
3,500 thanks to W parts.
It's true. It is very true.
See, this is what.
You was on the wrong side of the road. Oh my gosh. She almost became a pizza.
Yeah.
Holy. But no, this
Shish
thing was
kebab.
actually driving very poorly
I
earlier.
mean, it was very bad.
Give me
I see-
1
I
second.
see that my theory is actually 100% true because I looked at your engine and you're up to 92 max. You're close to 1,000 miles, so
Is it distance?
yeah.
Oh, that's
It
good.
doesn't matter how many times you fix it. It's based off of miles.
But
Right, so
obviously
the
you're
more
going to
you
have
drive
to
it-
get it fixed more often if you're driving it more. So it's one of those
Yeah, but it
like
does-
skewed things where people
but
may
it doesn't-
assume because they're fixing it more often that it's
Yeah.
causing long-term wear, but it's not. It's literally just because
Apparently,
it's taking out a
Mr.
lot.
Hart, you remember the guy's car that we got earlier from Mr. Hart?
Yes.
The
tailgater?
What is it called? The tailgater. Yeah, he's down here trying to get his. Apparently, he came in and filed a stolen vehicle report, but there was none on that vehicle. Go get his hunting rifle and give it back to him. Said that he's very bad at placing barrels and doesn't have any room in his apartment.
Oh, shit.
He did say that he made a report with Maxwell, but Maxwell wasn't even on duty when we caught those guys.
No,
I think he's lying to me, Rhodes.
probably. But I'm going 42. I have to drive
Apparently
this
was
up
doing
north, though.
group 6, and then he got robbed at the apartments at knife point for his car.
Okay.
It's
I don't
very
believe
weird
him.
because he said, I just got out of my apartments. How would the guy know he had a car if he wasn't the valet? You know what?
That makes no
finding
fucking
a
sense.
lot of holes in this guy's story, okay?
Hey, really quick.
Hmm?
Is that hood white?
It's not. It's just a reflection from the light
Oh, okay.
that makes it look like that. Because if you
Alright.
go closer,
Yeah, I know.
let's just say that if there's a reflection point on something at a certain distance, that reflection point over there is too big.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you, Watt. Have a good one. Chat, do we listen to one of the Petty songs on the way to Polito? Yeah, we do. I wish we could play this in game. Could you imagine playing this to people we're arresting? So have you heard the other one? Please tell me you've heard the other one. Hold on, add. You haven't? This is another Petty Rhodes song. This is Rhodes' like theme song. I can't with this song. Hmm. If that isn't a Matt Rhodes fucking song, I don't know what is. Chat, it was a very short stream today. We should be on track tomorrow back in AU. So let's hope that goes well. But chat, I appreciate y'all. Seriously. Thank y'all so much for all love and support. Sticks, thank you for the 19. Bubbles, thanks for the 34. Das, thank you for the tier 2 for 37 months. Miss, thank you for the 8 months. Keeper, thanks for the 29. Floral, thanks for the 41. I appreciate y'all. We do have a bunch of new animated emotes, so if y'all want, you make sure y'all are using them. I'm gonna get y'all sent off to someone. I don't know who. NoPixel. Fuck. NoPixel.hasroot.com. I'm going to send you to Kathy. Absolutely. I will send y'all off to Kathy. So chat, seriously, thank y'all for everything. Go